This is the village of Brottewitz, located some 3 kilometers to the north of Mühlberg on the Elbe River and around 180 kilometers south of Berlin. Today it is a village of around 267 people. 100 years ago there were more than 300 people here, but like many places in former East Germany it became depopulated. The cemetery in Brottewitz lies on the northern part of the village. Inside the cemetery we find 2 memorials to 5 heroic young men who resisted National Socialist oppression. As its world crashed in around it, even in its death throes in April 1945, Nazi Germany still had the capacity of taking revenge on its opponents. During the Second World War, German military courts sentenced at least 18,000 people to death who were later executed. This is the location of where 5 of those executions happened. Werner Kuber was born on the 24th of April 1923. He grew up in Berlin. Both of his parents were communists and his father was violently assaulted in September 1933 during a search of his premises. In 1941, Werner Kuber, like nearly everyone of his age, was drafted into the Luftwaffe. For a time he was part of an aircraft recovery service and was stationed in a part of the occupied Soviet Union. In 1944 he worked in an aircraft repair shop. Slave labourers were also at the plant, prisoners of war from the Red Army. Kuber talked to the prisoners, shared food with them and discussed with them what was happening in the war. Such contacts were forbidden and he was denounced and arrested. Following his arrest, he was brought first of all to Altenburg, and in January 1945 he was transferred to Torgau, where the Reich Court Martial was located at the time. This was the highest level of justice in the Wehrmacht. It had originally been in Berlin, but due to the bombing, it was moved to Torgau in the summer of 1943. As the Americans approached from the west and the Red Army from the east, there were about 3,000 prisoners still in Torgau in April 1945. The prisoners were moved out on foot, although the guards did not know exactly where they were going. Werner Kuber, together with Reinhold Franknitz, Johann Jacobi, Erich Kindermann and Harry Prien, attempted to escape. The escape attempt was unsuccessful, but as a result the 5 were chained together in a barn. They were held there for 3 days before being moved south towards Brottewitz. During the march to Brottewitz their feet were also shackled. A drumhead court-martial was arranged in the village, and in breach of all German military law, all were found guilty and immediately taken to the cemetery where they were shot. One finds 2 memorials to them. If you'd like to know more about Nazi crimes, then subscribe to my channel. For a video on this killing, see the attached video.